Hello and welcome to this video. I'm playing Zorch. No takebacks, that's good. Aleksey Ivanov. Ivanov is probably one of the most frequent names in Russia. So I'm just playing in a very classical way, the Catalan opening. Here I have a funky sideline available. Queen d6, that's an almost unknown line, but it is something that I've used with success in Blitz chess. One key idea is that relatively quickly black often gets this opposition going, rook against queen, and this is not so easy to play for white. Threatening c5 here. The queen on a6 is somewhat exotically placed, but it's not that bad. Cannot be attacked easily, and sometimes fulfills a useful role. Okay, so I'm going c5. That's the idea. Yeah, he clearly doesn't like this position, and I definitely understand this feeling. It's probably comfortable for black here. I have also very easy moves. It's important in Blitz that you don't have to spend ages to find something suitable, but you can play quickly. An interesting moment here, b5 is an interesting move. Knight e5, knight takes e5, bishop a8, knight to d3. This looks quite interesting. Rook e2, probably not objectively good. Yeah, so let's play normal stuff. Idea is to go bishop e8, regroup like that. Like rook c8, bishop e8. It's a classical setup against the IQP. This is a very uncommon version of the IQP in regards to piece placement, with both bishops fianchettoed. This isn't really happening often. Okay, if I take now and go bishop c6, he's going to sacrifice the queen, I guess. ef, rook d1, but that's not really working, right? I don't think so. Don't think you can sacrifice the queen here for enough compensation. And if you cannot do that, that should be very okay for me. So where to go? Knight d5, I guess. Bishop takes g1, ef6. Okay, let's go to d5. One idea is knight b4, knight d3 now. The light squares are quite vulnerable. Yeah, and I've got some time advantage. That's nice. I think that rook c8 first is better, to have that rook queen line up in the c file. It's not quite clear to me where his queen is supposed to go. Yes, that's possible. I mean, I have bishop b5. I think I'm doing this. Just play it simple. Maybe it was too simple. I don't know. But it is good for black. I mean, so nothing to worry about. So, how to do this now? Rook d3. That's also a typical move, trying to get in more forces. Yeah, so here rook d3 with the tempo. This is interesting. Rook c1, queen c5. Attacking. Okay, he goes away. Attacking this. Here I have rook d2 coming though. It doesn't feel entirely great. Wow. Really? This is cheeky to say the least. Okay, so what now? Bishop c5, just getting rid of this. Or rook c2, bishop e3. Bishop c5 takes, rook c5, rook d1. He might just hold this. Might just about hold this. Rook c2, bishop e3, bishop c5 is interesting. Takes. Yeah, maybe. I have to play it at some point. Takes. Hard to say. It should be good. I mean, I was thinking bishop d2, rook d2, but then he might have queen e4 to just about hold. But bishop d2, queen d2, I think should win, as f2 is hanging and impossible to defend. I don't see a defense. Bishop f2 and then bishop g3 should kill. Or just go back. Yeah, bishop d4. That should be winning, right?
Check.
Yeah. It's queen g2 mate. Or here queen e3 mate.
Checkmate.
Yeah, that looked like a good game. I think he got into trouble out of the opening, and yeah, I don't really know what the best continuation is here for white. I think they go knight a3 as well, but it's just a funky line that I play in Blitz. It's not that I know it a lot. Okay, c5, bishop b2, and here I feel I should be okay. I mean, he's getting this IQP on d4, and it doesn't really feel that white is having much. He went here, takes. Okay, the engine gives this, and now bishop b7. Now that's a good idea, of course. I didn't think about that. I was only thinking about this fancy knight e5, but couldn't really make that. Oops, that was that would have been a funny blunder, right? He can take. Okay, but it seems that this is in fact a playable move. Quite interesting. Now I'm threatening knight f3, and on knight d2 I'm going knight d3. The engine wants to sack the queen and gives it, labels it about equal. Okay, so what did actually happen? I took, and now again b5 was interesting. Yeah, probably better than what I did, but this is not bad. It leads to a good position for black. So we went here, knight d5. Yeah, here this is really debatable. Bishop b5. I think it keeps some advantage, but this is really far more logical, keeping stuff on the board. Yeah, the engine is right, of course. Yeah, this is better. There are also some quick ways for white to lose. I mean, something like this is probably made in X. Yeah, but okay, I mean, I'm keeping an edge, but it would have been better otherwise. Why is black better? I've got that great knight, and we see what happened after the trade. I'm threatening this, and he's got weaknesses on the light squares. That bishop is also not very good. So we had this, and rook c8 here. Yeah, and now invasion time. h5 is a typical device to provoke a weakening. Yeah, the idea is h4, h3, and then operate with this mating idea. So white here felt inclined to play h4, but this is weakening his king position even more. Rook d3. The idea here was he went here. If he goes rook c1, I was thinking that this might be an idea, intending here, but he's got this one, and
check.
This is not so great. Yeah. So rook c1, I have to play something else. I was also thinking about just queen d5, just like normal move that keeps things under control. Note that there are also a number of endgames that would be better for black, because his pawns are on dark squares. A bishop endgame, for example. Even though better in this case does not mean winning. Okay, here. Oh, here he missed the defense. Rook d1. So queen d5 wasn't the best. Rook d8 was better. This is given by the computer. This, and this with a win. Yeah. Yeah, open the floodgates. Black is just invading with all his force. Yeah, taking that pawn, that was cheeky. Rook d2, queen b1, and here. Yeah, so rook c1 is the defense that seems to be okay for white. Yeah, by the way, I was really only anticipating bishop b3, but while I almost pre-moved or pre-dropped bishop c5, I was thinking that bishop back, I mean, from a7 it does protect f2, so this is definitely a move.
Check.
So this is given as a possible line.
Check.
Yeah, and the engine calls this equal with this move. And black going for some kind of perpetual. I think I'm threatening this. This is why the engine gives this, and this is a draw. But this is losing now, right? Yeah, bishop c5 is -6. So I was doing an okay job here. Queen f2, queen d2, bishop f2
check.
Also seems to win, but can easily be some kind of transposition. Yeah, he really has no defense now. Rook f1.
Check.
And here,
check.
This is made in 2 moves. Yeah, that was still a decent game. I gave him some chance there with rook c1, but I'm still happy with how I did things here. Okay, thanks for watching.